Hello Aquarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. This could also be a current relationship, but there's a lack of communication. For others of you, this could be someone that you've met, could be a situationship, or there's a whole lot of energy. Here we have a spiritual connection, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. Certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. Let's have a look. We have here 1, 2, 3 cards that are a little concerning. They are a little upsetting, and it could be that some of you may be going through this right now. The reason why I say that is you have here the mystery card. So for me, the mystery card actually is a past life card. It's a spiritual card where you both have some type of a spiritual connection. And because of that, you may be mirroring each other. The feelings and emotions that they feel, you may be feeling, and vice versa. So, starting off with the first card, we have here illusion. After that, we have laughter, selfhood, hearth and home, mystery, awakening, crisis, betrayal. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have healing. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aquarius, I may act emotionally detached. I may act as if I don't care. I may avoid you, emotionally unavailable. But the truth is, I hide behind this false mask. I hide behind a veil because I feel embarrassed, shameful for what I have done and the way I have behaved. Certain things that I shouldn't have done, I did. And now, the cat's out of the bag. You know these things. But I keep my distance, trying to show you that I don't care. I do feel that you are someone who is my best friend, my confidant, someone who I can rely on, trust in. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes me tick. You know how to make me laugh. For me, you are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. When the clouds part, that ray comes down, and there's light, there's warmth, and above the clouds, everything is free. There's no bad weather. It's all clear. That for me is home. I do feel that in this connection you have changed. And I understand why you have changed. Because of the actions that I have taken. You have reacted. And that is understandable. Anybody in your shoes, anybody in your place would have probably done the same thing. I also feel that in this connection you are someone who has become very guarded. Once bitten, twice as shy. You're guarded. You're very protective, defensive, cautious. I do feel that I can talk to you about anything and not fear that you are going to judge me. The connection that I have with you, I feel it's as if it's like you're my family. You are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. I feel the gentle breeze, and it caresses me. Through the wind, I think. Are you feeling the same? There's so many things that we've experienced and we've gone through. I want you to know what I know. I want you to feel what I feel. You are that guiding light that leads me home. And you are the same light that keeps me warm. Laying my head down on your lap, melting away all my worries. That's how you make me feel. I feel so comfortable with you. And now I have questioned the heavens, the universe. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Are we meant to be together? Are we supposed to be together? There's something familiar about you, as if I've known you from before. And when I look into your eyes, I see myself, but just a different version of me. I like gazing into your eyes. I miss the taste of your sweet lips. I miss you. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. Running my fingers through your hair. Just being with you. I miss it. I miss you. But I've had an emotional awakening, but I've also had a spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening where I see things differently now. I am no longer who I used to be. Things have changed. So much is different. I know now that there are certain things that have happened and I can't change them. I know that when you're not there, sometimes I can smell your scent. I can feel your presence, and my dreams, everything feels so real. The awakening that I have had is too strong, it's too powerful. The spiritual awakening shows me that there is something beyond just the flesh, just the emotion, but pure and soul and spirit. Somehow we are bound together. I am bound to you. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens. I always end up thinking about you and I can't stop. This for me now is very overwhelming. The love, the pain, the sorrow, the distance, what I did as a fool, what I did, who I was, it broke you. Right now, I am very overwhelmed, and I need time to sort things out. There's a lot of mental anguish, frustration, impatience. It boils inside of me. It bubbles. And before it overflows, I need to take a step back and make sense of it all. Why do I feel so intense? Never in my life have I felt this close to someone where it's not like you're just my skin, you're under my skin, you're in my veins, you're in my blood. It is the most messed up thing I've ever experienced in my life. It's too much for me to handle. It's too much for me to bear, which is why it is so powerful and it's so overwhelming that I don't know what kind of connection we have. All I know is that there's something different. There's something different about you. And there's a sense of unconditional love, and I don't even know where it's coming from. What I find difficult to believe and understand is how overwhelming it is when I think of the betrayal that I've caused, the things that I have done. Now there is a lack of faith and a lack of trust. You thought you knew me, you thought you could predict me. It turns out, no, you never really knew me at all. Everything that you have said, everything that you have done, it's all been unique. It's all been a promise. But what I did to you, I broke that vow, I broke that trust. Now there's a lack of faith and trust. And no, I cannot turn back time. But I find it so hard that I have betrayed someone as wonderful as you, and I'm overwhelmed with it. The overwhelmment has led to my spiritual awakening. And this is why I'm healing. I need to heal. Too much has happened. And I need to understand why I do the things that I do. Why do I do it this way? How can I make things better? All I know is that in this connection, I need time to be isolated, isolating myself, to contemplate, to self-reflect, having a sense of introspection and solitude. I stay, not interacting with anyone, not wanting to interact. I do know that in this connection, I have to heal. Because the things that I have done to you, Aquarius, they may be unforgivable. I am embarrassed for what I have done to you. But I also know that I have to overcome this. And I have to connect with you, and I cannot pretend like it doesn't matter anymore. Because it does. It matters so much that it's hard for me to even express myself. For now, I want to be your friend. I want to be together with you as you as my confidant, and we're a team. But I feel so embarrassed. I feel so upset about what has happened that I don't even know how to face you, which is exactly why I hide behind a false mask. I hide behind a veil, acting emotionally detached as if I don't care. But the truth is, Aquarius, I do. All right. Aquarius. Interesting. My goodness. So much is happening here. Guys, some of you who are new, there's something that I call, you won't probably see this anywhere in the world, double the love, double the pain. So this is because you have this specific card. For me, this card is a spiritual card. It's the meaning of you either being twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, maybe even more. But what's interesting about it is the fact that When this card shows up in any of my readings, it does tell me that you have some type of a spiritual bond that is very, very strong, okay? Because of that, it is so strong that it is overwhelming. And that's why there's a realization here, but it's very overwhelming. This person also is starting to see things from a perspective, by the way. It's overwhelming to the point where they can't make heads or tails of it. Nothing makes sense anymore. The question would be, sure, I like this person, but why do I like them that much? Right? It's almost like an obsession. You can't let go. You can't move on. It's hard to think. It's not easy. Here, we have a situation where, with the mystery card, to me, this talks about a connection that you have had with this person in the past. And what I call double the love, meaning that in the past life or in a upcoming life, which the majority of the time it is past, but it could be in the future too, or at some point in time. Plus, it doesn't have to be on planet Earth. I have done readings that are not on planet Earth, as weird as that sounds. The passion is so strong that it is times 2. The love is so strong that it is times 2. Meaning, you feel it in this lifetime and you also remember the instincts, the feelings, and the emotions. 3 things I've seen that kind of drip by drip come through from the other side. That's from your soul's memory into your lifetime. Right now, you get triggered by this person. So it's double the love. It's from now and from before. Now, the pain, right? The pain that you experience, it's from now as well as the past. So that is that double. And when it's double, it's not easy for a human being to actually endure that. And that's what I've seen a lot in many of my readings. It's just above and beyond. So I could definitely see, Aquarius, you guys are in a very complicated situation here where it's the beginning of the realization, having an emotional but also a spiritual awakening, especially a spiritual awakening. Guys, just before I move forward, I have another channel, Asnointia Audio. I have an entire playlist on past life and spiritual connections. I have different videos on that. Please have a look at that. It will help you understand a little more about your situation. That's on YouTube. It is Asnointia Audio. It's my channel. That's absolutely free. The videos are. You'll see the link below. Also, I do past life readings in case you feel that there is obsession here. You are unable to let go. You have been trying for years and it's not working. If that's the case, yes. Join the club. You're in a spiritual connection, very strong. It's not easy. These are not the type of connections that you can just easily cut the cord. Nope, that's not happening. These are governed and they're connected through the energy of the source, the energy of God. Can't cut that. Not going to happen. You have to learn, you have to adapt. 2 major arcana is beautiful. So we have here the Lover's Path Tarot. And I like to have a look at this deck to see what happened in the past. So things were going great at some point. Something happened and this connection kind of went downhill. You're probably wondering what happened. Maybe you're thinking it's your fault. Not all the time is the blame yours. No. Sometimes it is your person of interest. Here, I'll be reading this in the reverse, and I'll also be reading this a little into the past. This is for those of you that never received any closure that you deserved. You did not get the clarity that you needed. This person could have abandoned you, they could have ghosted you, they could have just faded over time and the communication is just not there anymore. And you may be wondering, what happened? I thought we were together. Questions. We have your strength as well as balance. Let's have a look. So with the Strength card, it does talk about how your person of interest at that point in time, back then, they wanted to transform the weakness into a strength, but they lacked integrity. They did not have the strength to do great deeds. They did not have a lot of confidence in being a leader. They were feeling very insecure and they were feeling fearful. The scattering of energies, creating discord to weaken others. So your person of interest here may have seemed as if they were very courageous, they had a lot of strength, they were confident, and they were a leader. They may have appeared like this, but the truth is, this person had a lot of their energy being scattered, kind of distributed in a way. They were doing too many things all at once. And this is probably also why they were very overwhelmed. But they were also feeling very insecure and fearful. And in order to overcome that, they were trying to create problems out of nothing, simply for the sake of arguing so that you wouldn't know that they are fearful and that they are insecure. So sometimes the real issue is ABC, but they may have actually made a big deal of XYZ. And that's the problem. They were completely unrelated, but you know that XYZ is not the problem. You know that it's ABC. This person didn't want to do that because their energy was scattered. They had a lot of insecurities. Here we also have balance. Let's have a look. This talks about how integration and moderation in this connection were needed. A balance was needed between the opposites. But there was no union of the conscious and the unconscious aspects of the psyche. Here, there's also an issue when it comes to discomfort and imbalance, the inability to find peace within or with others. There was a lack of inspiration. So we have here imbalance and discomfort, the inability to find peace within or with others, and the lack of inspiration. So they weren't as encouraged as they should have been. There was this, they were lacking. Okay, not only were they lacking, but they were also insecure. And along that, they were fearful. This basically means that you were dealing with an individual who may have seemed that, they were mature and they were wise and they were able to handle difficult situations. But it turned out that no, they could not. Did they tell you this? No, they didn't. What they did was they started to fade away. They started to pretend as if, no, that doesn't matter, but this topic matters the most. Not XYZ, but, okay, in our case, it was not ABC, but XYZ. Now, what I am seeing here is that your person of interest wanted to have a better balance, but they were unable to. They wanted to gain the strength to complete and to do certain things, but they did not have that strength. One of the reasons why somebody is like this is because they're lacking something from within already. Before they even enter the connection, there was something here, inadequacy. There was something here that they lacked. So, Aquarius, whatever happened, it appears, in this connection back then, it really wasn't because of you. It was because of the inadequacies of this particular individual. They had certain things that they thought they could do, they could handle, they could deal with. But no, when reality hit, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't do it. But you wouldn't have known because the impression they made on you was that, wow, this person has strength. They're a leader. They're confident. But it turns out they weren't really. They didn't know how to handle it because they never had come across something like that before. Anything that's unfamiliar, we are unaware how to handle such things. So that's something that I am seeing here, and that definitely was an issue. All right, we have here also the Beginner's Tarot. Let's have a look. any sort of actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Let's have a look. We have here the Page of Cups. And we have here the Four of Cups. I'm just going to pull that out just because both of them did come out together. And we have an extra card here. The Chariot, being pulled by desire. Interesting. So, Aquarius, we have here, first card's the strongest, the Three of Pentacles. If some of you have been working with this person currently or in the past, or you know this person through some type of an affiliation, affiliation, I think that's what it's called, association, you know this person through someone, okay? That means that this person is definitely falling in love with you. Slowly, slowly, they're falling in love with you. If you have not had that sort of a connection with this individual, you don't really know them that much. This also talks about how your person of interest actually wants to work with you. They want to manifest something. They want to work as a partnership. They want to build or work on a project with you. The point is, they want to be in your presence, doing something, working on something together. And when they do this, they feel fulfilled because they are close to you. We also have here the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune here talks about how in this connection there is this wish. Someday, some way, we will meet again. This person has this wish towards the universe. They feel it. They desire it with all their heart. Now, not only that, but they feel that it is going to work out for them. It's a hope. Now, we also have, let's see, Page of Cups. Interesting how we just talked about how this person was not confident. They're not a leader. It may have seemed like it, but this is what it comes down to. Aquarius, it's right on point. This person was a page. They still are a page. This is not a knight. It's not a queen. It's not a king. This is a page. Someone who's very shy, timid, not so secure, but is there love? Yes, there's love. It's sweet love, very gentle, soft love. This person is going to want to ask you for forgiveness. They're going to try to reach out to you and basically see where it goes. Are they able to say sorry? Are they able to get back into your good graces? This is what this person wants. They want to connect with you. The only issue here is that they may not write or message or communicate with you the way that you want them to. They may actually end up acting in a way that is very distant. So, for example, they may just say, "How's it going?" For them, that's a big deal. And "how's it going?" basically means, hey, I want to start talking to you. I really have a crush on you. I want to talk to you and get to know you more. That's what that means. It's just going to be something very small. You're probably going to think it's silly or it's insignificant, but at this point, you know, the way the situation is and how they have that illusion card right in the beginning, that sense of, you know, shamefulness, right? Embarrassment. Even them reaching out to you, remember, they were very insecure and they were very fearful, right? This person is trying to gain that courage, right? And that wisdom to finally reach out to you the way that they should be. And they want to do it the right way. They do not want to rush into anything. They want to take it slow. It's actually a very sweet card. Some of you might not want to accept this person in your life. Others, you may be accepting. We also have here the Four of Cups. They do know that they had a lot of opportunities in the past, and certain opportunities are still knocking on their door, but they are not opening it because they are focused on the past. Why did I do what I did? Remember, you had the healing card, right? So they're still wondering, they're still pondering this. Why do I act like this? The answer is simple. They're immature and they are inexperienced. You can only go through things and then realize that, oh, that's what it is, only if you have experienced it. This person, even if they did, perhaps they never learned from the lessons, learned from the mistakes. That's why it's important to actually learn from it so that we do not repeat such things. This person has 3 cups right in front of him, but it's a he in this card. But he's not seeing the opportunity to have that reconciliation. Instead, the mindset is in that sense of boredom, upsetness, depression, hopelessness. Also thinking about you, but thinking, if I was to reach out, how would Aquarius react? They want to see what you are going to do in the coming future as well. We also have here the Chariot being pulled by desire. Yes, they want to make a decision. They are going to make a decision, and heck yeah, they are rushing towards you. We do have some action cards here for sure. Definitely you have here the Page of Cups and you have the Chariot. Plus, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, you have Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, definitely there is a approach, a passionate approach. This person wants to reach out to you. And the way they want to reach out is very passionate. It's very... There's not so much... It is lustful, but I still see passion and love along with it. So it's not just about the lust, okay? So I do see here a passionate new beginning, but wanting to do it in a loving sort of way. It's funny, emotionally, they're going to approach you like a page emotionally. However, they may be passionate physically beyond a king. All right, let's have a look. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. Okay. Let's have a look. I have here messages from Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Okay. Sorry, guys. Interesting. You have a double confirmation here with the romance card. For me in this deck, the romance card is my past life card. So it definitely appears here, guys, that you do have a spiritual connection with this person. Very strong. Interesting. So, the advice here is for some of you to actually start focusing on yourselves. Here we have the situation will improve. There's no doubt about that. So whatever kind of, unfortunately, what kind of terrible situation you're in, you may not seem to think that it's going to get better, but here it does say the situation will improve. And you will know when the right time comes to take action. To take action towards this spiritually based romantic connection or a new romantic connection. There's two things here I'm seeing. Also, down the road, there's going to be an improvement in health. So this improvement, this does talk about the mind, body, spirit, and the soul. If even one of these are out of alignment, there is a feeling of not feeling so healthy. You don't feel good. There's something off, something different. I do have packages that I can help you with that, to realign that. I also have here, there's something better. And that's exactly why taking action is important, because two things, two groups here. There's something better. Okay, for those of you that want to stay with this person,
There's something better than the situation that you have been experiencing. And it's important to let go of certain things that may be holding you back. This could be belief-related issues. This could be arguments even. Certain things that have been causing problems. If anything, there will be changes. The situation will improve, but within a year from now. The overall arching theme talks about wait. Waiting is important. Here we also have there's something better, meaning there's someone better. Take action, because that someone better is going to come into your life a year from now, or from now until the next year. And this is going to also be a spiritually based romantic connection. So that person will still be connected to you spiritually. We have many, many people that we meet in this lifetime, and many of them are from the spirit realm, meaning you have had some type of a connection with them. You could be soulmates, karmic partners, twin flames. There's a lot of different connections, and you may have been with them or connected with them at some point in some other time frame. This could be in the past or in the future. I know that because I do past life readings, and not all of them are based in the past. There's someone better, meaning there is definitely someone coming into your life, but it also depends on you needing to let go of certain things that may no longer serve you. You're going to have a life review to see what it is that you can keep in your life, what you should keep in your life, and what you should truly get rid of to create a better balance in your life. We also have here the overall arching theme. We have wait. So it does appear that certain things are going to happen in this connection, but it's supposed to happen when the time is right. So even if it says here with this card, a year from now, and I know some of you may be upset seeing that, if it came up last year, guys, don't shoot the messenger, metaphorically speaking. This deck only goes up to a year from now. It doesn't go up to like 3 or 5 years from now. So a year from now can mean from now until the next year, even the next few months. This is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. So, don't be alarmed if it's like, oh my God, it's a year. It might not be. Everybody has a different situation. Everyone has a different scenario. But there's definitely something good happening here. At the end of the day, health is going to improve. There's going to be romance. The situation's going to improve. There's something going to be better. And letting go of what no longer serves you. It's a win-win situation, guys. It's good. It's very good. Aquarius, that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments as much as I can. I'm just going to quickly go over a couple of things here, guys. Do I do love readings? Question, yes. Answer, yes, I do. Please go to my website, www.asnointia.com. Go to the rates and packages section. You can also go to the link below in the description. Okay? Below. There you will see a couple of packages that I have, more than 3, maybe 3 or 4. Some packages that are available that I do readings. And one of them is the past life package. So please have a look and read the description before you place an order. This is for those of you that can't let go of the person. You feel that it's almost an obsession. It's a little too much. I totally understand that. That's when it is a spiritual connection. So if some of you want some type of clarity, if you want even some closure, or the reason why this person's in your life, that is a very helpful package. Now, for others of you, you may simply want a love reading. Yes, I do love readings. The love reading I have available right now is the audio file plus the PDF. So I do provide you with a lot of information in that package. That is the Express Love Reading. Now, I also have here Improving Health. For this one, I would suggest some of you, if you feel that there has been a lot of energy and trauma-related energy, and this is affecting you in different ways. It doesn't have to be your relationship right now. This could be a relationship from your childhood, right? It could be any type of energy trauma that you feel. Certain things that may be holding you back from achieving what it is that you want. These are negative energies that have typically, they latch onto us over the years. And sometimes if somebody has also sent us the evil eye or black magic, those numbers double or triple I've seen. So I do have the ability of having a look remotely at the negative energies in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. And I teach you what you have, teach you how to get rid of them. And then once they're gone, anything that is owed to you karmically, that will come to you. Anything that is written in your book of life, that will come to you. If you try to manifest something, it will be easier because now you no longer have those negative energies blocking that, okay? So some of you may feel that there's a little bit of that negativity around you. I would recommend that you get that particular package. Please keep in mind you also have to be doing positive things yourself. You need to have positive environment, positive people, right? That also depends. It doesn't really help if you try to use this package and then you're still in that same environment, doing the same things with the same people, right? Something has to shift. Now, I do have some packages that are self-help guides. Feel free to have a look at that as well. All right. I also have the channel Asnointia Audio. I mentioned briefly earlier, and that channel is YouTube. It's a YouTube channel. It's absolutely free to watch any of the videos. Please do have a look at some of the videos there I have on letting go and moving on. That's the most recent one I have, and that is also, we had let go right here. It may be applicable to some of you. Why we can't let go, why it's important to let go, and how to move on. And sometimes why we do not move on, why we can't move on. I created it because a lot of people go through the same thing. And so hopefully it'll help some of you. I have some on relationship related advice on that channel, a lot of videos there. I have some on past life and spiritual connections, as I mentioned before. And if some of you are interested in knowing more about negative energies, what and who they are, how to recognize and remove such things, I do have one video on that as well on that channel. And like I said, the videos are absolutely free. All right, guys, please do write in the comments below. Let me know, did any of this resonate with you? And if it did, which part? How does that relate to you? I do read the comments. I do read your stories as much as I can. And I do try to reply as much as I can. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Bye now.